What up, people? You are listening to your favorite local podcast, the Atlanta Podcast, with me, Christian,
Justin,
and Myron.
And we're talking about stuff going on in and around Atlanta. We are recording again on Monday, March 28th, 2022. That is the date, right?
You got the right date this time.
I got it this time. I slept last night. Anyway.
What, a 4 hours?
Something like that. Right. In the upper room. This episode, we have a very special Atlanta icon in the building. Community leader, entrepreneur, and founder of the Southeast's largest two-day urban progressive music festival, One Musicfest. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the one, Jay Carter, on tap.
What a hell of an intro.
Wow. You deserve it, man.
I appreciate
you coming. Before we get into it, we like to crack open a beer to enjoy and discuss with our jack of all drafts, Myron. So, Myron, what you got on tap?
We got a oldie but goodie. Something that's been in the cellar for a little bit.
Oh.
How long?
And this is from 2018.
This guy's just like... It's insane.
It's a little bit.
Insane.
He's a beerologist.
Yeah. It's a little bit.
That's his thing?
A little bit.
Okay.
So it's from 2018. It's called Double Smack, which, as our guest Jay Carter said, he was like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah, I get it. Because he had some smacks last night from
the Oscars. Yeah.
From the Oscars. And I was like, you know what? That's exactly what's going to happen.
Let's
The
pay
King
homage.
Richard edition.
There you go.
Oh.
Paying homage. Right.
So Double Smack is from local brewery in Decatur, 3 Taverns. It's a bourbon barrel-aged stout with coffee, banana, maple, and bacon.
You might want to try like a sip of it first.
No, it's for black people. That's purely made for black people. Maple syrup, bacon, and bananas. I'm slightly offended. A little offended.
The only thing that can make this better was a donut, and then it had to be the Luther.
There you go.
There you go.
You're right.
It had to have been the Luther sandwich. So.
Wow.
But yeah, we're going to pour this up. This is
thick and dark.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
It's a local favorite.
Jesus.
They brew this.
Damn, now I'm questioning.
The last time they brewed it
it's
was
my
in
favorite
2020.
beer. Now I'm just like, am I a stereotype?
Have you had this?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we've had it before.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, this is a
Well,
favorite.
And this is from what year is
2018.
that? 2018.
Okay.
They aged them like wine in this bitch.
There you
4
go.
years.
We waited in line for this beer
4
before.
years. So yeah, I mean, but you know what? The thing is, it's not a stereotype because everybody loves black people and all their shit.
How about that?
The whole world.
How about that?
Thick and dark.
We are pop culture.
Yeah.
I hate when you second guess yourself.
Yeah.
You second guess yourself, like thinking like, oh,
Thank
should I
you.
like this?
Right.
And it's like, wait a minute, everybody else and their mama likes it.
That's right. Why
We should
shouldn't I?
like our own shit.
That's right.
I remember in high school, it was like, I'm not getting fried chicken. Not today. And then inside, I'm just like, but you want it. You want it.
That's something I still will never do at work though.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, what do you order? I'm like,
It's fried chicken day.
sushi.
You gonna get something?
Get sushi.
No.
Nah.
had
Rutabagas. Yeah, get that. Yeah.
I had a homegirl, and her fiance would not let her order fried chicken in public.
Oh, wow.
They didn't make it. They didn't make it.
This is still good.
That
You
is
get the
great.
coffee. You get the maple.
Strong coffee and maple. Yep.
You get the little bit of like savoriness.
This is heavy, man.
Oh, so good.
One bottle lets you down.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. This
What's
is,
the
What's
percentage?
the
It's clocking in
ABV?
nothing too crazy. It's 12.5%. So
That's a lot. That's
It's like 3 beers in one.
bruh.
if you were to drink the whole
Right.
bottle, yeah. But you know, we try to keep a little classy
sipping,
here.
though. We zipping.
Little
Okay.
Thanksgiving in a bottle.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Oh, wow.
Now it's time to play Guess the Race. We normally like to kick off conversation with a friendly game called Guess the Race. I will read a Georgia crime story, and you, the listeners, along with Justin, Myron, and Jay, will guess the race of the culprit without being provided the name or exact area where the crime took place. Y'all ready?
Let's go.
Ready.
Yeah.
All right.
We got to get our winning streak.
We gotta get it
Continue.
back.
Yeah.
We have
Because I
Oh,
was
straight.
gone. I was gone.
Oh.
So it didn't count.
Okay. Cool.
That's
Didn't count.
They have a running, like, if they win and they celebrate.
When we
That's
win,
whole- that's
when we win,
bullshit.
when we win.
Anyway.
we batting 1,000 for the year.
Oh, okay. Anyway,
These are
a
facts.
jury just recently found a former Atlanta city official guilty on multiple counts in the Atlanta City Hall corruption case.
Oh no.
This woman helped a former mayor win his election and then worked as his director of human services.
Oh, shit.
Closing arguments were held last Tuesday, the 9th day of her trial on federal charges including bribery. While others have already pleaded guilty in the long-running corruption investigation, she is the first to stand trial. The next day, the jury of 6 women, 6 men, 8 of which were black, and the remaining 4 were white, found her guilty on 9 of the 12 charges against her.
That's easy.
She was acquitted.
You don't even have to go any further.
Hold on. She was acquitted on 3 charges. She faces charges for bribery, money laundering, wire fraud, witness tampering, and making false statements, falsifying tax returns.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Did you say when this happened?
Yeah, with the
No, I'm asking. Did you say that? Because I don't know if I heard the date or not.
We know
He
who
said
the mayor
former mayor.
yeah,
is.
Just former.
We know who the mayor is.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I know.
It's not a surprise. Right.
We know. How many mayors got Fed cases? I already know who the mayor is. We're gonna say no names.
She used the money for bribes to support a lavish lifestyle, including buying a lakefront home, a luxury SUV, and jet skis.
And a case of Hennessy. White.
And,
That's the twist.
Hold on.
and taking expensive trips. Some others ensnared in the probe pleaded guilty and were sent to prison. But her lawyers insisted she was innocent.
Not with the jet skis. You ain't. How do you prove
They could have let
that?
everything slide.
How
But
do
them
you
jet
prove
skis?
it?
Oh, nah. You
Yeah.
living too lavish.
That's guilty. You
2
guilty.
other people,
On the
another
lake.
former city employee and another contractor, have pleaded not guilty and are scheduled for trial later this year. Guess the race of the city official. And if you want help, you want a lifeline, I can tell you what her title was, I guess.
You already said it.
You already said it.
Yeah. You already said it. Title.
Yeah.
You said she was a supervisor.
Our usual lifelines are
Oh yeah, that's
Name?
that too.
Oh, you can't do
or
name.
where.
Yeah.
That if we do a lifeline.
Oh, okay.
I don't think we need a lifeline.
Like Shaquanda Jenkins. can't do the name. Not in Atlanta.
It would be just like Dave Chappelle's skit. You listen to the news like, damn, DeQuanta.
God damn.
Like when we found,
Got another one.
You might want the name.
like when we saw the DC sniper, we were like, oh.
Oh,
Yeah,
right?
that fucked everybody.
That one hit home.
That one hit
It
home.
can't be.
Yeah.
That's us. My nigga got a tan on. That's not what we
Let
do.
his hair grow out.
Right. Let's just see. See them curls like, ain't no motherfucking juices and berries in that shit.
What's my guy's name that escaped custody in the courtroom?
Oh shit.
Stole cars. Brian Nichols.
Yes,
Was that what it was?
legendary. A fucking legend.
Weren't you on the fence for a second when you heard the story? I was like, I don't know what MacGyver motherfucker this is.
Did he take
He
the
could-
bailiff's gun, shoot the bailiff, then shoot
Carjacked somebody,
shoot
Bro,
the
that was
judge?
Why isn't that a movie yet?
kicked in the door of
Because he
somebody's
was very
house,
successful.
did meth with this woman. Right.
He was very successful. They were like, shit, we can't.
I remember that popped up. I was in school, and we like
Yeah,
in the class.
you were in
was like,
school.
Yo, where is he at now? We were like, what's going on?
This story sounds like an episode of Atlanta.
Absolutely.
It does. I hope they do write that into this last season.
They gotta do something.
Yeah.
Something. I haven't watched this first episode yet. Has it? Any of y'all?
Brilliant.
That's amazing.
Okay, so
Anyway,
let's guess.
Do you show the picture after?
Yeah.
I don't have the picture with me.
We
Okay.
won't need one.
Sometimes we put it up on.
We kind of know
the
that.
video.
Yeah, right. I was like, we
Got
won't
it.
need one.
I think we know.
We won't need one.
Sure, you don't want the name?
You gonna try to trick us with the name?
I'm not here to trick you, man.
Yeah, you are.
I'm on your side.
No, you're not.
Okay.
You're a fucking game master.
Well, then just guess then. Just guess.
They're
Since
black.
you're so
They're African American.
sure. African American.
Yes.
We're all.
Yeah. Black.
So, okay. So this city official, who goes by the name of Mitzi Bickers.
Oh shit!
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Nah, bro.
That's not a giveaway yet.
You already
I know.
said
I know. I'm just saying. Don't get your
Mitzi
hopes up.
Bickers, who is also a pastor. is black.
There he goes.
The only reason
You know what, Mitzi?
I personally know a Mitzi.
Wow.
She's Jamaican.
Whoa.
So that's what I was like, that's the only Mitzi I know. And I was like, oh, hold on now.
Could be.
When I think Mitzi, I think of white curls.
Facts.
Ginger. Right.
But that's an old white name.
Yeah, it's an old white name.
Old white name.
Wait, Mitzi came back around?
It came back around.
I didn't know that.
It came back around.
There's certain names that won't come back around.
You don't need to come back around.
How many baby Gertrudes you know?
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, baby Herberts.
A Leotis.
Leotis?
I know a Leotis. It's a homeboy.
Leotis?
He goes by Leo for obvious reasons, but his name is Leotis.
That's an old
I'm like,
deacon name.
That's
Fam.
a deacon. You
Yeah.
a deacon.
That's right.
Even if you're 9 years old.
By birth, you are a deacon.
Leotis.
That's right.
yes, Pastor. You see a 5-year-old with suspenders on, you know, go like this. I was like, nigga, how old are you?
Fucking born with loafers on.
Right.
He 9 and drive a truck?
Right. He's like, how old are you, son? Well, the Lord sees
Lord.
fit. I'll be 10.
That's right. I'll be the
Playing basketball with Stacey Adams.
We're looking like Spice
That's
Adams.
right. How you ashy already, nigga? 4 months old.
He got a Bluetooth and gators on.
Bluetooth, blue mic.
He got arthritis. You're like, what's going on?
Well, you know the Lego, the robot.
That's right. Leotis. Okay, let's move forward. Now,
Wow, Mitzi. Okay, Mitzi.
Jay Carter.
Yes, sir.
Now, when we have a special guest on the podcast to tell their story, we like to start at the beginning. We like to give it the full origin story.
Okay.
So, can you tell us where are you from?
Wow. I was born and raised actually in Harlem.
Oh,
Okay.
Moved to Atlanta when I was 14.
oh okay.
Right? No. Stone Mountain. Let me take it.
Oh,
Yeah, because that's not Atlanta.
Because that's not Atlanta. That's not Atlanta. That's not Atlanta.
We learned.
Pull it back. Went to Redan. Yep.
Hey.
That's right. Yep.
Reading in the house.
That's
okay.
right. So I went to Redan. And, in New York, in Harlem, it's a little microcosm of the world, right? Mm-hmm. So anything outside, if you feel like you walk outside your borough, you literally fall off the edge of the earth, But, you always had friends. Every black person has family in the South.
Yeah.
Right?
Facts.
So I had some friends in New York that had family that lived in Georgia and Alabama. I was like, man, fuck. What is that like down there? You know what I mean? You hear Alabama, it's like, I'm thinking civil rights and dirt roads.
They still cracking whips down there?
That's right. So
Walking down
that
the
was the only image I had.
Are we singing Negro spirituals still?
So my father worked for Xerox, right?
Damn,
while
that's
in
a
New
throwback.
York. And way back, right? That's right. Xerox machines. And had an option to get promotions to either Rochester or Atlanta. And being from New York, the only thing remotely close to the word Atlanta was Atlantic City. I thought he was talking about Atlantic City, New Jersey.
Oh, you thought you were going to Jersey?
I was like, what do you, Atlanta? You mean like the South? I was like, oh, shit.
It's like Mason Dixie line.
I said, okay.
MLK?
So Pops flew down to Atlanta, checked it out, and he was like, yo,
You gonna like this.
I love it. I was like, you gonna love it. Because the first thing I did was went to the encyclopedias. Didn't have Google, right? So went to the encyclopedias. I'm looking up Stone Mountain. I see Lithonia. I see College Park. I'm like, what?
If you look up Stone
like,
Mountain
is
in
that-
the encyclopedia, you ain't gonna get good news.
Oh, no. Because that's what he said.
Terrible news.
Because he literally said, right, we're going to live in Atlanta, but I want to live in a suburb area called Stone Mountain. And so I said, this is, with the Confederate, generals on the side of the rock. This is where this is what we're doing. Right?
That shit ain't the boom.
All right.
You looking at your pops like, you're bringing your family there?
That's right. It was
You love us?
it was a struggle. So I would say it probably took about maybe even like a year to kind of get acclimated a little bit.
No sidewalks.
Yeah, no side. Yeah, Yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Red clay, you know. It was the lingo at first, you know, like, you know, they don't still use the word Joan really, but in New York it was snapping, right?
Yeah.
You know, in the South it was Joan. So when you say certain things, like, you know, you trying to Joan, I'd be like, I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Joan, like
Joan.
draw on. Like what are you saying?
Who is Joan?
In New
and where
York,
is
we
he?
had a gas station called Fina, right? So when people said Finna, you finna go. I'm like, y'all motherfuckers just hanging out at the gas station like that? Right? They was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I was like, what are you talking about? I'm talking about Fina on the corner. He's like, no, dog, we finna go to. I was like, y'all just walk me through this, man. And but you know, I say it took about a year for me to really kind of get into the role and the and embrace the culture. And I would say after my 10th grade years when I realized, I said, oh no, I can't see myself moving back to New York.
Really? The roots got in you.
You know what it is, man? Like Harlem is black,
Yeah.
but it's a different kind of black, right?
Hard black.
Oh, no, right. Nigga, like, I mean, you like cops walk the streets, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Mr. Bob, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a different kind of community black, but you know, Atlanta. When I moved to Atlanta, I saw the chief of police was black, city council was black,
Yup.
restaurant owners were black, business owners was black, the mayor was black. I was like, what the I said, this is a different kind of thing going on here. Yeah. But so like Harlem was progressive in its own right, right? But the blackness was your neighbors, right? It really wasn't people when you turn on the television, you wasn't seeing like, you know, stand out people of color. Yeah. And Atlanta kind of brought that to me, right? Like I didn't know nothing about HBCUs when I was in New York.
Facts.
Didn't know nothing about it, right? So, you know, when I came down here, my sister, who was 2 years older, so she was already looking at colleges. She was, you know, in 11th grade. So we took a tour of the AUC.
How old were you?
So I might have been 14 going on 15, right?
Did it change your life?
And well, the guy, the administrator, I mean, the first thing he asked me was like, you know, where do you want to go to school, right? And I was like, I don't know. I'm still in New York. I said, I don't know, maybe Brown or something. He said, Morris Brown? I said, who's that?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he's like, oh, no, he ain't going no goddamn Brown. Yeah, talk to your boy. Talk to your boy.
Hey, man, get your man.
Yeah. He looked at my dad, looked at my mom, pointed at me. Shit, I was like, hold on, motherfucker, I just met you. Now you already, but then I got it. I slowly started getting it, and then my sister got accepted to FAM and it did a tour at FAM.
Oh, FAM.
And so when I was in 10th grade, I got a chance at 15 years old is when I went down to Tallahassee.
And that'll change your life too. I've been there. It'll change your life.
Oh, I ain't never seen no shit like so what
Florida State is right there, and you
bro.
don't care.
Bro.
You don't care. You be like, fam. Go to
So
FAMU.
my black world exploded when I moved to Atlanta, right? But when I it was a, but when I went to FAM, I mean it exploded onto another level, right? Yeah. So you know, first you're in Florida, you're looking around, it's beautiful, you see palm trees everywhere, the campus was gorgeous. I mean, women everywhere. I just saw scholars, right? And I'm meeting black folks from London and San Francisco and Portland and Chicago, right? So again, this is before really the internet and the web, right? So Atlanta was Atlanta. Atlanta had its culture. I mean, polos and, you know what I'm saying, and prepped out and everyone driving VWs. Like Atlanta had its own thing, just like New York had its own thing. So when you go to a place in the 90s like FAM and you meet these folks from DC that's putting you on the go-go and they lingo. Then my Detroit team is putting me on to the Midwest shit. I'm listening to like MC Breed and they shit, and my Memphis folks got me on they style music. And, you know, I was just like, this, the black world just explodes 10, 20-fold. Right? And that's when I looked at my parents and was like, I don't give a shit what other colleges are out there. I'm coming to this one. I'm coming to FAM. I got to come to FAM.
Okay.
So so obviously within a year and a half, the South captured me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I'm not going nowhere. This is it. This is home.
That's why people always move here and they never leave.
Yeah.
It's just something.
It's the same.
It's the South Bermuda Triangle.
Right.
It's
You
like,
trap.
visit Atlanta, you buy a house.
It's the same back in
Right.
the day.
Or you be the dude in Half Baked living on somebody's sofa for
Forever.
It happened to me at FAM. I
Yeah.
mean, some of my homies came down to visit me at school, and they was living on my fucking sofa at FAM for like 2 months. They was like, they was like,
I don't want to go.
Or
they was like, yeah, I'm not leaving. Why? I was like, stay as long as you want, man.
we got the party.
Do the dishes.
So fast forward, right? Okay.
So, one question, because since we're talking about music, were you a part of the marching band at
No.
FAMU?
Well, they're famous marching band.
I know.
Right, yeah.
But I think that's a part of the culture too that captivates you and catches you, right? You know, I mean, New York didn't have football. First time really going to a pep rally. I was like, man, what the
Pep
fuck?
rally.
So yeah, like my whole world kind of exploded, and then my roots kept getting deeper and deeper and deeper into Atlanta. And then the great thing is that, you know, as big as Atlanta is and progressive as it was, or it still is, if you look at it from a different scope, there's so much room for more.
I mean, not no more people though.
Not no more
full.
Not more people. but more ideas. Right?
Yeah.
I don't want no more people or Amazon.
That's right. Right. They come. Yeah. I mean, what they doing is the real estate prices. I mean,
crazy.
But God bless you, Myron. You know what I'm saying? You came out on the better
came
side of
up.
that. Hello.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
Yeah.
Hey, well,
you blessed. But I was sweating right there. I told my wife we're moving. She was like, at first she was excited. Yeah, we're moving.
But
Look at
these
his house.
prices.
She was like, "Nigga, you better get the house back." We were happy. He was like, "Damn, get the house back. we gonna find one."
No, get the house back, baby. What?
You saw the check.
Right.
But
what you were talking about when you talk about your Detroit homies and she'll put that was like the coolest thing in the world when like your friend came back from their hometown or something and they had
yeah.
the tape with
Yes.
where they
yes.
had the tapes.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm like, so who is this? It's 3-6 Mafia?
Right. Right. Thank you.
Slap on my
So
It was the coolest when the homie came back from their hometown with the tape.
Yeah.
It was the coolest thing in the world.
So that happened as well, and you made up a great point, man.
man,
And
that was
I
the
just
coolest
remember
thing, man.
because I had my radio shit coming from New York. I obviously had my big ass radio. I'm listening to the radio station out here, and you know, New York just was the boom bap. You know what I'm saying?
Boom bap.
And Atlanta
is to an extent.
was like fucking 135 RPM all the way, right? Like motherfuckers was dancing fast as shit, and I ain't never seen. I was like, yo, I saw the I was like, what the fuck?
Like,
We little kids like,
Hey man, the long distance bill back to New York, because literally, I would sit there holding the phone
man.
to the radio, like, yo, listen to what they listening to out here.
We thought everybody else was doing it wrong. We like, why are they doing it like that?
Yeah.
No, they doing it wrong.
But I get it. I love that shit though, man. Ate that shit up, right? So yeah, went to FAM, did 5 years at FAM.
There you go, 5-year plan.
I did the 5
Got
year
you, got
plan,
you.
you know what I'm saying?
that's actually average. Though.
Yeah. Did a little extra. Where am I going? Right?
It's Florida, man.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? Come on, now we outside. Right.
Hey,
The,
family will change your life.
crazy shit is my first business partners at FAM when I was 19, 20 years old was Rob Hardy and Will Packer.
Will Packer, shout out, just hosted the Oscars.
That's right. So we
Just directed
started.
it, just not hosted, but directed the Oscars.
He definitely didn't host. He didn't get slapped.
No, he didn't.
No. Right.
I feel like Will would have swung back.
He was unscathed. He left unscathed. Right.
First black director. Shout out, FAMU. There
you go.
The first black director of the Oscars.
So we started a production company. Rob had an idea for a movie called Chocolate City. That was because during that time, while we were in school, it was school days and all these, you know, colorful movies about black college. And he was like, nah, I suppose we show just the gritty shit, like how locals fuck with the students. No, chicks getting pregnant, you getting fights, you pledging, you know what I'm saying? Introduction to weed, like let's make it gritty. Yeah. And I was like, cool, man. I mean, you write the script and, you know, I'll help you, whatever help you need. You know, I'm here for you. You know, everyone talks shit in college when you're smoking and drinking and carrying. He came back 2 months later with a script. Like, yo, I wrote it. I was like, you wrote what?
He like, nigga, you what the fuck is this?
We doing the movie, nigga? Right.
He's like, what you been doing? I've been writing.
All the way to the bank.
All the way to the bank, man. So we did a movie called Chocolate City. We got it picked up and distributed by Blockbuster. They picked it up. He was only 20 years
R.I.P.
old.
Blockbuster.
That's right. It's like rest in peace.
The last one was in Alaska.
So yeah, we was making moves early, you know. Towards the end of my college years, I moved away from the film and paid more attention to like music and marketing. Right. So I had a couple of production companies I was doing some like management with, a couple of groups that I was working with, and Rob and Will kind of kept the thing going with the films. I mean,
Any groups we know?
No. Yeah, that management shit. No, that management shit. Yeah, I walked away from it fairly quickly. I said, "Oh, it was like babysitting." I was like, "You know,
I was about to say,
I don't like y'all enough. I really don't." You know what I'm saying?
So
We ain't getting paid.
you chose the music path. It's notoriously like one of the most difficult paths you could like possibly go down.
Definitely
You were
for
just like,
definitely
I was like,
babysitters.
Yes,
For sure.
and in Tallahassee, right?
Oh, right.
Yeah. Well, you know, T-Pain's from Tallahassee.
That's true.
Shout out
Tallahassee
to T.I.
Pain.
That's
That's
right.
true,
That's
that's
right.
true.
That's right.
What made you like? Was there like a specific reason why you went music, or like?
Not really. I didn't think. Well,
Did
one,
you
it was
know you
fun.
were making the decision? It was just.
I like the creativity of it, and I like the idea of constantly creating.
Gotcha. Okay,
Right.
that makes sense. Okay.
And so, I first was managing a couple of groups, and then I started managing producers. Right.
Was that way
And I
better?
like that better.
That's
yeah.
where.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's that sweet spot.
Yeah.
Because producers got a little more sense.
That's right. That's right.
They get paid first too.
They
They get paid first.
and then not really that interested in being famous. You know what I'm saying? You know, let me just keep creating and let's make money. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So they did fairly well, the producers. Then I pledged my last year as well, so that kind of removed me a little bit.
Who'd you do?
Omega, I pledged Omega down the fan. Yeah, man, I like the pop shirt.
I was weird. I'm not a cute, but when I saw it, I was like, I'm gonna change my hat because it made me look like a cute.
Yeah.
Because I got the
Yeah,
whole
the
thing.
camouflage with the purple.
That's what
It's
I'm
all
saying.
good. I saw the love, man.
I was
I
like,
saw the
I
love.
don't want no smoke. I was like, nope, I don't want no one coming on heat.
We good.
You come to hey, let me see that yard before you
Yeah.
like, bro, no.
Omegas will slap you.
Yeah. No,
sure you say
no Will Smith over here. That's right. I come in peace. But yeah, man. But while I was there, man, we had some pretty amazing folks come out of fam. So yeah, Will and Rob. What's my girl's name? That's it's a few. I mean, Rashawn Ali. Yep. So it's a few of us down there around the same time.
Oh, nice.
But upon graduating, my father, he actually broke away from Xerox and created a Xerox agency. And I had an entrepreneurial spirit coming out of school while I was in school. And I said, Pops, look, why don't y'all give me about 4 to 6 months? I don't want to just work right away. I have some ideas that I want to try out. Let me fail and fuck up first.
Let me
cook.
cook.
Let me cook. Or let me fly. Let me see what I can make happen. And they were very supportive. But they said, after 4 or 6 months, if none of your ideas work, you're gonna come work for the family business. So I definitely didn't want to do that. So I was working my ass off with these concepts and ideas. Some had momentum, but not enough to make a living.
Yeah.
So I said, well, let me moonlight a little bit, right? So worked for the family business for a few years, and actually did well. It was more in sales, right? Yeah, I mean
that's some great experience though, because businessmen are literally salesmen.
Yeah, you got to sell all your life, baby.
Always.
Right.
You got to sell all your life.
Sales and marketing, I feel, is a far more valuable major or certain life skills that I feel like everybody should learn.
It's a skill. I was selling myself to a female the other
I mean,
night.
every time you look,
Well, not like that, but
You want this?
you know what I mean. I was selling though.
I mean, every time you look for a job,
That's right. You're selling yourself, right, and marketing yourself.
Right.
Absolutely.
No
That's
kids.
Right. That's right. You know what I'm saying?
when you looking at chicks, you selling
Hey,
yourself.
I'm
Like,
selling
right.
what you got?
myself.
So,
It's a good skill to have.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you use it for the
Absolutely.
rest of your life.
And Xerox had an amazing fucking sales school in Leesburg, Virginia. So they sent me up there. It was like sales
okay.
school college. So I mean, like the schooling I got was awesome from Xerox.
yeah.
But as I was moonlighting with the family business, a lot of things I was doing on the side started bubbling up. And so it was affecting my time, my my attention. So I said, look, if I'm gonna try to moonlight and do some other shit on somebody else's dime, let me not do it on my family's dime.
Yeah, I got you.
And so worked for LexisNexis as a legal consultant, got a job with them, and that was fucking fluff, right? I was working from the crib, paycheck, commission, and this is back on dial-up. Like
That's
I
what
had
I'm saying.
fucking-
Back then, you working from home. Oh
bro.
shit!
Pay for everything, yeah. Pay for the car, pay for gas, pay for your cell phone, pay
You
for
didn't have to get
cleaners.
Corona to do
I
it.
didn't have to do shit. So I was borderline like, do I want to leave this? I'm here. I'm on the call still. Ain't no Zoom. I'm like,
What year
Yeah,
is this?
yeah.
What year is it?
this is probably
Is it Freaknik?
99. Yeah. Well, no, Freaknik was over by then. Yeah. It was like 99.
Freaking tendencies.
Yeah, bro.
99. That's when I came to Atlanta.
Yeah.
It really lasted, about 4 years.
Yeah.
Really.
That's what's up.
So that was a great experience. I specifically was looking for a type of job that gave me that flexibility. I went for pharmaceutical sales first because I thought it's good money, but you work from the crib,
Yeah.
right, and access to drugs.
Yes.
But
That's fair. That's fair.
no, fuck with you.
It's the 90s.
But,
It's okay.
I
It's
mean,
the 90s.
it ain't a lie though.
Right.
The biggest drug dealers in the world.
Right, you right about that.
Everybody wild.
But still, real social cat. I had a lot of homies that actually played ball overseas. So we was, 24. And, a lot of the homies had these big ass cribs out in like Stone Mountain and Tucker.
From was it cats from New York that came down?
They was my homies
from here.
from
Okay,
Atlanta that was playing ball overseas. I had a decent house too at that age, right? So on the weekends, instead of driving in town, we would just have everybody come to the house, and we just have big ass house parties. And one of my homegirls came to a house party. We might have had 300-400 people in the house, right?
Damn.
Yeah, on a Friday, Saturday night.
Those houses.
That's a house
Well, this is at my
party?
homie Frankie's crib. Like his house was ridiculous, right?
Okay.
And
Always gotta have a Frankie.
everybody got a
Gotta
Frankie.
have a Frankie.
And she was like, who's throwing this party? Like, what the fuck? Like, how do y'all get 300 to 400 people to show up and not tearing up the house? Like, a good crowd of folks, good balance. How y'all getting them to Stone Mountain?
This how it started.
That's how it started. And it was like, Jason did it. And she was like, yo, why don't you do this at my club? And this time she was managing Keith Sweat's club.
What was
The
club?
Industry. It was called the Industry on Cheshire Bridge.
Oh
Right?
shit!
No, it was called Duplex. Well, it was first Industry, then it was Duplex.
But on right,
on Cheshire
down the street
Bridge.
from Lennox.
And so she said, I was like, I don't know, I don't want to be no fucking promoter.
Yeah.
But she was like, it's cool, you make a little money. I said, look, I'll do it if you pay for it. If I got to come out the pocket, I'm
Yeah.
not doing it. If you pay for it, all the
Good
expenses,
job.
I'll do it.
Selling.
Sales, right? Yeah. That's at Leesburg. And she
Low
said,
overhead.
bet. So first event I did was like a happy hour, and I just, same thing, same principle, invited out all my folks. It started catching on, and you got in free. My whole hook was you get in free with your business card. So I was thinking about data capture before data capture was really a thing.
Like emails. Put your
So
email down.
so by the end of the night, it'd be a big bucket of fucking business cards, and then I would hire an assistant, and she would just input all the information, and then I started building a database, right?
Oh shit.
And that was 99, 2000.
Damn, I still have
and
AOL.
then- Oh, we all had that dong bong bong. Yeah, Black Planet and shit. Yeah,
Bro, on Black Planet.
300 hours for free?
right.
I made lifelong friends
That
on
may
Black
be
Planet.
before y'all time.
I mean, shit. We
Oh, I was on Black Planet. I was on Black Planet.
no, we,
Yeah.
Sure
we,
you
we,
wrong.
we, we, 80s babies.
I'm still on Black Planet. No,
This boy's a slut.
Yes. Yes.
hey,
This nigga has a DSO line at his home right now. What are you doing?
look,
The website still works.
it was good to me.
That's
It
right.
was good to me.
It was a come
Who
up.
on the phone?
So that was how I built the database initially, and then I think we did one party, went to Fam. Fam used to have their classic here. Remember against TSU?
Yeah, that was a big one.
It was borderline Freaknik. Like it was
crazy.
huge, right? We would sell out the dome. And so everybody's like, "Well, Jay, you got to do a party. Use your club and do a party. You know what I'm saying for the classic." And this was the year that Mike Vick got drafted by the Falcons.
Oh, my gosh.
So I threw the party. Vic comes through. The Falcons come through.
What?
And that's when everybody's like, "You got it. You got it. You got it. You got the juice." They was like, "Dog, you got it, man. You got the Falcons." I was like, "Oh shit!"
Oh my gosh,
And so I said,
that
"All
was
right."
like a cultural Atlanta moment.
Oh, it was crazy. It
So
was
hold on.
insane.
Can
Oh
you
my
do something like that
God.
for us now? Because we need it.
Shit.
The Falcons need it. Atlanta needs it.
No, let's not do that. We can't do that right now. Let's not talk about the Falcons. Let's-
Atlanta does need. So those events spawned an event called Soul Fusion that I started. Yeah, in 2001, right? And what that was all about was what I was noticing. Like the club scene was getting very mundane, and just the vibe always felt the same, bouncing spot to spot, same music, same people. You know what? I take a step back a little bit. I went into this one party at a club called Karma. And it was Karma was sexy to the motherfucker.
Went to Carver.
Yo, Karma had beds. It was like a Moroccan love palace. Like when Hugh Hefner was in town, he threw his parties at Karma. When
I never knew Hugh Hefner was in town.
Yeah, well, he did a party with Dennis Rodman, so it was freaked the fuck out. Yeah. Oh, dog. I was like, what? And that's what I was like. I need to start creating different kind of social experiences.
Okay.
But while I was at this party, I met a young lady that was a representative from Heineken. I met one of the lead guys with T-Mobile, and it was black, it was Asian, it was Indian. I was like, I said, we need this, right? Like, if we keep hanging out in the same circles, we're gonna keep getting what we get, right? But if we expand our social circles a little bit, you know what I'm saying, and be able to tap into other kind of verticals or industries and peoples and little subcultures and pockets of Atlanta, like what does that do to like our business, our network, our community, our resources? So the concept I had was an event called Soul Fusion, like, and the underlying tagline was Intercontinental Love Fest. It was for everybody. You're gonna hear house music, it's gonna be reggae, it's gonna be classics, it's gonna be West Coast, it's gonna be up north, it's gonna everything, right?
I got kicked out of there one time.
Yeah, I can believe it.
I know.
Right,
He's like,
right.
shocker.
I was fucking in the bathroom. Right.
It was a fantastic time.
We had unisex bathrooms. Like we wanted to keep the shit funky. Oh, what?
Yes. For it.
Yes.
Way before your time.
I wasn't
Way
ready.
before.
I wasn't ready.
Progressive as hell.
I wasn't mature
Yeah.
enough.
So
Progressive bathroom.
we did an event called a skin party where it celebrated like tattoos and body art and shit. So people would come and saran wrap. We had body painters. It was off the fucking chain. Wow. Off the fucking chain. So
Now I'm married.
no, that was
It's too many
that was
cameras.
Karma.
It's too many camera phones.
That is true.
It's too many camera
And
phones.
the dope
for that
shit, if you
day.
remember Karma, you can't get no cell signal on Karma. So it had 3 levels. You come in on the main level, and you be like, oh, it's kind of small. And they be like, nah, it's another level down. Then you go down to the middle floor, and be like, oh, okay, this shit is funky. And the DJ's literally in a fucking cage. He's in a cage, or she's in a cage, right? And then I was like, oh, this is still dope. They be like, oh, no, it's another level down.
There's more.
Yeah, you
And
keep
another.
going down. And you go down, and that's the dance floor, and the VIP area is on the bottom floor. And if you have a cell signal, by the time you're on the second floor, start walking towards the back, dead. dead. So you lose all concept of time. No one's getting in contact with you.
Come outside.
You're just free. Yeah, right.
Like vampire.
Oh, it's
That shit was
12:30 in the
insane,
afternoon.
bro.
Where the fuck you been?
Fuck Waffle House.
So right.
I need
Waffle
hash
House and
browns.
what was the other spot downtown off Poplar and around the corner from Rialto? What was the breakfast spot?
I was always
Then-
Waffle
Was Jay
House.
Christopher's always back there?
Nah, it was something else.
The
I
diner?
think-
That's
It was a
right
piece
there
of
by
shit,
the
man.
Rialto?
Yeah, but I
Well,
mean,
they're still there?
yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's just that old. Damn.
That shit got.
Diner. It's like one
They
of how many?
they don't die.
They got roots. I mean, they got probably
Saving lives.
marching,
Saving
civil
lives.
rights. You know what I'm saying? But they went from Pascal's, and that was after party shit during the '60s, right? But yeah, so it started at Soul Fusion. That event, I mean, it just blew up, man. And we had it weekly, and then it got too big. Then we said, let's do it monthly. And then I opened up a nightclub and a live music venue at the same time called Sugar Hill. The other one was called Motion. We had it down the underground. So, I was still doing my events, but then I had 2 clubs as well. But that's also when my relationships with artists and managers and my love for live music kind of exploded as well. And then I started, bouncing around the festivals, right? This is probably like 04, 05. And the festivals were dope. Like, the festivals crazy. Motherfuckers getting geeked out, drinking, drunk, fucked up, high, shrunk. Like, I was like, God damn. And you look up, you be like, nigga, is that Outkast? Is that Morris Day? Is that, what? Yeah. And it was everybody. And you be like, it's fucking Guns and Roses. Like, so you looking like the whole breadth of music.
Yeah.
And a lot of our music was celebrated on stage, but you didn't see a lot of black people in the audience. Mm-hmm. And so I would go back and do my little dial-up AOL fucking research and be like, where are the black festivals? Mm-hmm. I couldn't find any fucking black festivals. Like, Essence was the only
Essence
thing.
Fest, right? That's about it.
And at that time, my parents were going to Essence. I was like, nigga, I ain't going to Essence. But so I was like, there's no outdoor festival with our music? I was like, that don't make sense. And so I started doing research and realized that it costs millions of dollars to put on a fucking festival. And I was like, yeah, I'm not there yet. I wasn't in a position to invest or lose, right? Yeah. So I was like, fuck that.
Millions.
So kept building, man. Kept building. I was still doing the brand marketing stuff because I had a brand marketing agency as well and a creative agency. And so a lot of the events that I was doing, a lot of the clients that I had that I was doing brand activations for, I plugged them into the venues and I also plugged them into my events, right? So if Heineken came on board, Heineken was actually my first client while I was doing Soul Fusion.
Nice.
And that's really when I left my job. So they came, I told you the rep that I met at that one event, I invited her to my event and she's like, holy shit. How do I get Heineken a part of this? And I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about. I was like, well, we drink this shit. Like, nonstop. Like, how else do you want me? Right, you know what I'm saying?
We drink the shit like water, so it's easy.
She's like, no, like branding. Like, I want the branding on the flyers and like,
You just learn it on the fly,
I'm learning
man.
to fly. And you know what you got to do? You got to. My father told me this. He was like, learn how to shut up. Right? He said, ask a question and shut up. What? Like, create uncomfortable silence. You know what I'm saying? So he was just like, the question that you ask is, this was that sales shit. He said, the question is, what would make for the perfect relationship and partnership between me and you? And shut the fuck up. And so she said, oh, well, like if we could do this, if we could do this, if we can do this at your event, and if we can do this at the event. I said, well, expound on that. Like how, what would make you guys say, you know what, this is a home run? And then she just listed it all out. And I was like,
She did your job for you.
I was like, we're not an event. We're an activation for brands. Like, we're the soundboard for brands. You need to talk to black people, and you have to make your voice sound authentic, and you need us to do the speaking for you. Right. So put together a pitch, right? And I had like 4 different events going on in the clubs. So I said, well, what would it be worth to to Heineken if we had them a part of 3 different events. They're reaching, let's say 2,000-3,000 people a week. Blah blah blah. That's my database. I threw a number at them, like a monthly number, and I said, well, we can program you throughout the entire year for X amount of money, right? And she took it back to the boss. They called in a meeting, sat down, went through the proposal. They said, this makes sense. We can do this. I was like,
Oh shit! Yeah.
you remember that scene in fucking, what was that, Harlem Nights?
Oh
Yeah. Hey, Martha, put your mom on the phone. I called my fucking boss and said, I ain't coming in no more. I'm done. I'm out. I'm fucking out.
That was that toast moment. We gonna toast to that.
Oh,
What was it, Sunshine?
that's what's
What was
up.
That was the moment, man. God bless Heineken. God bless Heineken. Her name was Emily Parker. Never forget you, Emily.
Shout out to Emily.
Yep.
So we're gonna and on that break, on that moment, another
Something else we drinking?
local brewery called Elsewhere
I need to
Brewing.
finish
This is
this.
their hoppy Belgian pale ale.
Just done.
Nah, there's a little more in there, but
Yeah.
trying
Just
to drink
something.
something.
This is a lighter beer.
right. If you want a little something different,
Oh,
you don't need no
it's
more.
empty. It's empty. It's empty.
You don't need
worry.
no more.
Don't worry. It's gone.
Yeah. No rush on that. Oh shit, yeah. Hold on. Swig that around a little bit before you.
Rinse that out.
Yeah. So this is actually a new brewery to me. We drank some when we recorded last week before last.
Which one is this?
Elsewhere Brewing, Belgian pale ale, 4.5%. Something clean.
Oh, light.
They gave us
Yeah.
that to try out.
Okay.
Something clean and light.
Nice.
To break through the double smack.
Yep.
So
I'm not mad at this though.
double smack is fire though.
Oh yeah.
Oh, super light. Yeah.
Refreshing.
Yeah.
but
This
with
this
the
this
flavor.
this.
Got a little bitterness in there, and hops and whatnot. So yeah, no, this is good.
Yeah, you drink a case of this in college.
Yep.
That's that one you just keep
Knock it back.
right
Be toast.
4%.
all day.
Done.
Is it 4? It's 4?
4.5, bro.
Oh yeah, that's
That's easy.
Oh,
Easy
since it's
work.
apple.
that's getting taken down.
Apple. Okay. Apple and was that
What is that?
Tableau.
Tableau?
What is Tableau?
I know Tableau as a data analytics program. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. Data analytics
You'd be
program.
surprised with some of these hipsters. They just be making up shit.
Damn.
Like, we had one beer, and it was like, it has notes of rock melon. We're like, what the fuck is rock melon? It's cantaloupe.
Just say cantaloupe, dog.
Just say
Just say cantaloupe, bro. Yeah. Right.
Rock melon?
Like, I get it. It does look like a rock, but fuck you.
You call it rock melon?
Rock
melon.
This is good.
But anyway,
So you got the Heineken deal.
Got the Heineken deal, left corporate. But that's also when the brand agency kind of came into development as well. So, because the thing about brands is once you have Heineken, the Miller is over there like, oh, what are y'all doing?
what are you talking about?
Y'all niggas doing over there? Hold on. Be looking out the window like, I don't like that shit. Everybody talking. I don't like that shit.
Right? That was my motherfucking movie. Yeah.
Y'all be talking shit about Miller though, don't you? Y'all be
I don't
talking
like that
shit.
shit. So Heineken came on board. And then from there, it just kept growing. It's like, well, how can I keep duplicating this? And why do I have to have just one brand, right? Why not have a vodka, a beer, a car, a magazine?
Shit.
So we kept kind of building a portfolio. So as I kept pitching brands and it kept coming on board, I said, as we build this brand portfolio, it would also allow me to build out ideas and IPs and other concepts. And so I always had the concept for the festival. Didn't know it was going to be called One Musicfest. But I wanted it to be based on the same soul fusion element of unity, right? So I needed to figure out, like, how do you, what means unity? Give me a word for unity, blah, blah, blah. So we kind of laid out the concept of the festival on paper. And I said, well, let's start pitching this shit to brands. Because I don't have $1 million to put up for this motherfucker. So let the brands pay for it. If they want to touch the culture, let them pay for it.
Pay to touch the culture.
You know? And pitched it to we pitched it to Vibe magazine, who came on board, who brought Minnie on board, pitched to Miller Coors, and the guy at Miller Coors is actually now my business partner. So it's all 360. Pitched to was it Captain Morgan and a vodka as well. And they all came in for, it was like a little, probably maybe 175,000, 180,000. So I mean, it was a good starting point, right?
For sure.
So I was like, cool. We got some brands on board. We got about 175, 80 in the bank, right? Let's get this shit going. Had no, I mean, but festivals, I mean, it's so much expense that you have, that you're not even thinking about, right? You got to pay for your medical. I got to pay for
medical.
You got to have an on-site medical person.
They just had a stampede. What was that? A few months ago
Astro
at
World.
that thing, with Travis
Scott. Yeah, you gotta have that.
Gotta have security, right? So once you start building out your festival space, right, you got production equipment there. You got to pay for overnight cops and security. Don't want people stealing the shit, right? Staging, lighting. Now I got to pay for transportation to take the artists to and from, and staffing.
You didn't think about homeboy security?
Porta potties, homeboy. Yeah,
Homeboy security, you know.
we tried that, but we was like,
Homeboy security is always the first thing, and it doesn't work.
because your homeboy taking $20 on the side of the fence and shit for every random somebody that walked by.
Nah, come on in. You know,
So the marketing piece, T-shirts, everything. I mean, PR. So we lost money. Like we lost money. The
first
year.
festival?
Lost money the first year, and then I was like, don't want to do that again. Well, take it back. I wanted to do the festival again, but goddamn, I didn't want to lose no money.
Yeah.
Is this one?
This was the first one, One Musicfest. We launched it, pitched the concept in 2009. We launched in 2010. Before, really, like, there was still, the only festival that was around at that time outside of Essence was Afropunk. And it was free in New York. What is really kind of a BMX skateboard, queer, outcast kind of festival. And at that time, they really actually played rock and metal, grunge. Like, that shit was really grunge, right? Yeah. But I was like, but what about hip hop and down south music and little, reggae and like let's mix like that more like the true progressive urban, right, music. Anyway, so lost money the first year, and tried to figure out ways to scale it down so that we weren't so exposed, and try to bring on more partners as well. And I pitched it to a couple of bigger companies, corporate companies, right, that do big events. I'm not saying their names and shit. Cool. But and they, yeah, I know. I appreciate it. But they came back and told me that black people won't go to a festival like that.
Really?
If they only knew.
They told you about your own people.
Yeah. So
was it somebody that looked like you who told you that?
Absolutely not. Lesser hue, a little lighter, right?
Okay,
telling me what black people won't do. Yeah. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, I disagree. I think if you build it and you program it correctly, right? It's an alternate experience to experience music and culture. How the fuck why you think it's gonna work over here at Bonnaroo and fucking Lollapalooza and Coachella, but you don't think black folks want to experience have their own experience like this, right? And he said, nah, black culture historically, y'all want to go to concerts, y'all want a seat. J12, this is my seat, this is my row. I'm watching the show for 2 hours, and I'm gonna get in traffic and go home. And I said, I disagree, man. I think you can, if you build it and give them more, I think we'll embrace it. So it really was a learning experience for the first 5 years, not only for the audience but for me. Like we lost the first 5 years.
Damn.
Oh, wow.
So it was a whole journey.
Oh, it was when they say it was a passion project. This was a passion project.
Was there a time where you ever like ready to give up?
You goddamn right. Yeah, I was like shit.
Was it after the first year when you lost money?
Fuck. I mean, I had
Every time you in the red, you're like, fuck this.
I was like, fuck this. I'm gonna tell you the married, I'm
not married.
Slut. The
Capital S. What?
Hopeless romantic, okay?
Hopeless romantic. Right.
Listen to our last couple episodes. You'll see his latest escapade.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
We'll just live through you. But I'll say the woman in your life is so important. Like, first of all, I tip my hat to your wife downstairs. You even able to have a podcast in your house. Like, this is gangster, right?
Bro.
So
She got both kids right
yeah,
now.
that's right.
Nah, their ass is in bed.
Okay.
If this was doing today, I would have had some explaining to do.
But supportive spouses, right? So my first child was born in 2012. Lost money on that festival. Second child was on the way in 2014, right? We lost money on that one as well. So I had 2 kids, right? My wife was corporate. I still had I had the clubs, I had the nightlife things, I had the brand marketing company, still making money. But the festival, when I say losing money, the 5th year, and then I started talking to more bigger brands. Because I was like, I need a mentor. But the problem was there was nobody doing what I was doing that looked like me in this space. I couldn't find a motherfucker that could. So I had to go.
You trailblazing.
Hey, brother.
Trailblazing like a motherfucker.
So
Making it happen while you're looking for the person who is you.
are you out there?
Some biblical shit.
Hey,
Man in the mirror.
the goddamn flair.
And I am.
Help me! Somebody spot this motherfucking flare.
Help me.
You looking for a mentor, and then somebody's go ask you, "Hey, OG, so what do I gotta?" You're like, "Wait a second, I'm looking for a
dog.
mentor." Now you got it. Now you got little.
And I was the mentor,
You know what I'm
right? You know what I'm saying? Because we literally would hire a team of 10 to 15 interns, you know what I'm saying? And they're kind of learning. Like, we driving the cars, we're building this shit, right?
Yeah.
After the 5th year, I think we lost so much money. And this year with we had Kendrick Lamar, we had Nas, we had Red and Meth, Janae Aiko, Bilal. Like, it was crazy. It was dope. We did it over at Lakewood Amphitheater, and that was the year we partnered with Live Nation. Live Nation, they was like, "Hey, go big. We got to go big or go home. Like, what we gonna
They
do?"
Live Nation.
I was like, I said, well, what does that mean?
Yeah.
All you seen is money. You're like,
That's right.
hey, wait a minute.
They told me how much we had to pay for Kendrick. I said, look, bro. I said, we can't.
Can you tell us?
So Kendrick now is probably will cost you. How much you think Kendrick would cost you right now?
100,000.
Festival.
What?
Right now? Right now?
I want you to
Where's the mirror?
$100,000.
Yeah. Is that a bad
Cash.
number? No, it's more than that.
Zeros.
Bro.
So commas.
For one show?
Commas, bro.
I'm not a promoter, clearly.
Yes.
I'm just a hopeless
Where you
romantic.
gonna go?
Wait a minute. let me answer this.
Like a penny with a hole in it.
Where do you think most artists make their money? How do you think they make their money?
They make it with shows. Before
Right.
360 deals.
Right.
They make
Not
it with
album
shows.
sales. So they getting paid millions of dollars coming from shows.
For one show.
So it's more than 100,000.
My
Yes.
How much?
That's 100,000
okay. Y'all
per-
guess. Y'all guess. Let's see who gets. We'll do prices right.
per 15 minutes.
Yeah, you
Price is right. Now
Yeah.
y'all two guess too. Let's see who gets closest. I said
How much he gets paid now? Yeah.
Yeah, you said.
You
How much
said
I don't know how much.
You said 100.
100. Yeah, that's way out.
For one show, I'm gonna guess 1.5 million.
Whoa.
Yeah. One show, a festival.
Are you serious?
Somewhere up in there somewhere. Yeah.
Split the difference, 175.
Oh my
This nigga's about to drop an album right tomorrow.
Pick up a mic, nigga.
That's right. That's right.
What that shit for?
This nigga about to drop an album tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
The cipher, nigga.
Oh my god.
But that's the expression. I don't think people realize that. They be like, why the fuck your tickets $150? Do you know how much you think a stage costs just to put up? A stage.
No,
How
I can't.
much,
I don't
nigga?
know
That's
numbers
mad.
anymore.
How
I
much
don't
is the
know
latest
numbers
stage?
anymore.
Yeah, I mean, production easily
Oh my
can easily cost you
God.
$2 million just worth of production.
before you even get there.
like staffing and lights and
Hold up.
porta potties
Hold
and
up. You said Kendrick
that's one artist.
was $1 to $2 million.
easily.
we're
easily.
talking about now.
Now,
1.5 to 2.
But you had the other artists too.
absolutely.
What year was this that y'all had, Kendrick? Like, was this the?
This was 14. So this was when he was on the rise. So he was still more than 3 times what you thought he
that
is
Good
now.
Kid?
Oh,
Was that Good Kid, Mad City?
So
Coming
you
off
had
of
to
Good
pay
Kid?
for
That's the first. Yeah.
all of them,
Yeah, man.
and that's just the artist,
That's just your artist.
and that's not even the medical and the
None of
the
that.
staging and
So
the.
I'm assuming one festival.
Oh
Full.
my God!
You looking at about 7?
Cost? No.
Not that much?
So we don't book $1 million artists, right?
Mm-hmm.
They may be $1 million now, right? But as we booked, we typically book people on the
get 'em on the
rise,
rise.
right?
So you said Kendrick was on the
Or
ride.
he was on a rise, right? And that was the most we ever paid then for artists.
God.
And that was the year we had Nas for his 20th anniversary for Illmatic. Like, it was special, right? But we lost a lot of money. And I was like, son of a bitch. And had my
That's
set.
so frustrating when you know you got something, but it's just not working in the wallet.
But early on when we were planning it, the actual cats over in the Bonnaroo cats, they was like, look, if you don't have $2 million to lose, you don't want to get into the festival business. I said, motherfucker, I don't have $20. You talking about $2 million.
That's
what are you
how-
talking
that's
about?
how you know.
What if it's
That's how you know you're talking with niggas' money. It's like,
That's right.
$2 million. What you mean? I was like, nigga, what you mean?
What you mean?
Say that statement to me.
Right. You didn't,
Say that.
didn't even blink. Right, nigga, blink. Nigga, I need to blink.
sorry?
Or smile a little. Right. No.
Oh my God.
Get it
So,
back eventually. Nigga,
This is the
eventually.
increase in the value menu.
so after I got kids, nigga. Kids, right. Shit. So my wife went to the wife, say, hey, look,
Do we got $2
You ain't get $2
million?
million. What you mean?
I said, well, we didn't lose $2 million now, but we lost, right? And I said, babe, I don't know if we can do this no more. Like, and she stopped me and calmed me down, and well, not calmed me down, but slowed me down and said, look, there's 2 ways to look at it, right? When you put money into something, you could look at it as a loss, or you can look at it as an investment. Are you building a brand? Are your numbers going up every year? Right? Are you getting more publicity, more media, more exposure, bigger artists, better relationships? Don't look at it as a loss. Look at it as an investment. Whatever we got to do, let's do it. But don't stop now. Don't just back away from it now. And I was like, oh my God. I said, so you're not going to leave me?
That's a good one. That's a good one.
You going to hang in there with me?
We were all thinking just like how men think, though. We were
Right.
like, we lost money.
We lost money,
Lost
baby.
money.
I got to take care of the
And she's
family.
like, well, hold up, your numbers are going up. You
Right.
get more people
I
every
think
time.
about that shit every day.
More
I'm
bread.
like, I ate. I lost
That's right.
money. What you need?
Right.
I
You
wouldn't
need to
even
buy
thought
food.
about
Nah,
it.
fuck that. I
That's
can't.
right. Carry the tune. And like, yeah,
This math
no.
ain't mathing.
That ain't how you math.
Be like Ted Cruz on Everybody Hates Chris. Full circle.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, but the next year we broke through. That was the year we broke through.
year 6.
Yeah, she was right. But also the Bonnaroo motherfucker said that. They said if you can last 5 years in the festival business, then you'll break through.
Oh my God.
I was like,
that's a long
5
time.
years? They
Oh,
said,
you're like right at the finish line.
I didn't know, but come on,
Yeah.
man. But I was
You don't
exhausted.
know. You don't know till you get
When you doing the bid,
Yeah, dog.
that 5 years is long as hell.
Bruh. Picture just being in the corner and Tyson just wailing on you. You know what I'm saying? And you just wait for one punch. Lord Jesus. Right. Don't do it.
R.I.P. Apollo.
So yeah,
R.I.P.
man.
Apollo.
So yep. So yeah, man. Broke through year 6, man, and that was actually probably one of my favorite lineups. Right. That was the year we had.
It would have been my favorite lineup too.
Was that Creed?
We had Creed. Who was the nigga playing the spoons? Oh, the tambourine nigga was great. Hell yeah. I love that nigga on the harmonica, man. What was his name again? Sam.
How did you come home that night, baby?
Yeah, how was that?
But that was Lauryn Hill. We had SZA before she
Was she on
popped.
time?
Showed up?
Huh?
Was she on time?
She came.
They literally called us the Lauryn Hill Whisperer. They was like, "How'd you get her on?" Well, she was 20 minutes late to stage.
That's on time.
That's a win. That was a
No,
win.
that's early.
That's a win.
You showed up 4 hours
That was a
late.
win. Right. Or the next day. Right.
Would she be like, "Where's the concert?"
Your concert was late last week.
I just wasn't feeling
I
it.
thought you
Yes.
said 7 a.m.
That's right. My bad. But the idea was just put her peoples around her. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, let her spirit be at ease. Put her people around her, make her relaxed. And
That feng shui and all that shit.
yeah, we tried our best, man. It worked. But yeah, it was Lauren, The Roots, ASAP Rocky, Lil Uzi jumped up on stage.
Uzi?
Yep, Uzi Vert jumped on stage. Like the whole shit was
Did
just
you have to pay him?
no,
That's what's up.
you know.
I like that.
Who else? We had Wale, Raekwon,
When
and
you had Lauren
Ghostface.
come, like, did she already have the stigma of like being late?
I don't think it was as bad in 15,
Oh, okay.
but she did a little bit of a stigma. She did.
It
Yeah.
was already
Yeah.
Because, like, when I told you, my homie, or not my homie, but one
It's
of the
been
famous,
pretty
Robert
bad.
Glasper, he was going in from early
Yeah.
about her shit.
Really.
Oh, you ever seen that interview? That was the
Oh, your boy,
man.
the Jazz.
Not-
What's
he
his
was
name?
not-
Robert
Glasper.
He was at
Yeah,
the, he was
yeah,
at the
yeah.
Oscars last night.
Wait, what happened?
Robert Glasper.
Oh,
went
look
on.
up here.
Look up.
How long ago was it?
Robert, this
Dude,
was
some years ago now.
3, 4, 5.
This is
Oh,
before the
probably.
pandemic, so it got to be at least
Yeah.
3 years. But he did like a damn near a tell-all interview.
He goes in basically about how she's a fraud.
What?
how a bunch of her music she didn't even write.
Well, that's why she can't perform a lot of it. But yeah.
Facts.
She's
He
not
goes
allowed
into
to.
that.
she's not
But what
allowed
was
to.
his reason for that?
But
though?
all
Because she tried to stiff him.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a direct thing with him.
And she
then
treats
he
every-
was just like, well, you know what? I'm just gonna tell the truth.
Yeah, and apparently she does that with apparently from his perspective. So allegedly,
Right.
she does
We'll
that
say
with a lot of
allegedly.
people that work for her. Like they'll work these long hours, whatever, and then she'll keep cutting their pay, and then it get to the last point, and then it's either you take what you get or you go. And most people don't have the ability to walk. But he was.
he didn't give a fuck. He already
I'm
won a
Robert
Grammy.
Glasper.
Yeah.
He's like, if Grammy,
You need me.
exactly.
He's like, I
Look that up.
compose
Look that up,
music.
bro.
Wow.
It's a dope interview, but it's just like
You ever be
it
sitting
connects
late,
all the dots.
it was
Like
Right.
now, especially now that we've heard all the Lauryn Hill bullshit, you're like, this makes
There you go.
sense.
He was
Yeah.
like she has like
This
because
makes
There you go.
sense.
he was
Yeah.
like she has like a person to tune her guitar. He was like because she doesn't know how to tune a guitar.
Well, he went on a musicianship. He went on and like, yeah.
But Glass
That's fucked
like,
up.
He's big.
But he don't give a shit though.
no.
Give him a couple of drinks. Yeah. Just sit back and
You can't
enjoy
do
the
nothing about
ride.
him. That nigga
Yeah.
just came out with a new album just last year.
Right.
He'll make an album
But
in a
anyway,
weekend.
push it forward.
Wow. So yeah, man. So that was year 5. We finally, or year 6, we broke through. Yeah, it's been a blessing, man. So having that right teammate in your corner is very important, man.
So, question:
Yeah,
what
man.
has been the craziest? It doesn't have to be a negative crazy, but the craziest experience with an artist during this whole your festival career.
Craziest moment. I mean, God willing, we actually didn't have crazy moments. I mean, when we booked, if you want to talk Atlanta, we booked the Dungeon Family reunion in 16.
Yeah.
And so shout out to Rico Wade, Big Boy, and Orlando McGee. If it wasn't for them, wouldn't have happened, right? They really kind of piecemealed it all together. Orlando was really kind of the business manager of the entire team. That's my guy. So he put the play out there.
Okay.
Big Boy liked it. And then he's like, you got to get Rico on board. Rico gonna pull the fellas together. Rico's like, oh yeah, fuck yeah. They said, so we all sat down, we all met, had lunch, and as we're going through it, they said, "Oh, and you know, Dre ain't coming." Right. Let's just be clear. Like, we're talking about a Dungeon Family reunion, but Dre won't be there. You understand this, right? I was like, "Can we do the reunion without Dre?" They said, "We can do it, but just but you can't put him on no advertising. You can't put his name on nothing. You can't put his image. You know what I'm saying? But he ain't coming." I was like, "Motherfucker!" So
He got his flute, right?
I said, "Goddamn!" I said, "All right." I mean, I put it like this: a Dungeon Family in Atlanta, even if Dre don't show up, it's still historic.
gonna be lit.
And when was the last time this shit? Yeah, when was the last time this shit's been done? You know what I'm saying? From Goody Mob to like Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, to fucking Slim Calhoun. Like, when the fuck have you
Coolest
seen
cutter at
all
camp.
of them? Yeah, Bone Crusher, Killer Mike.
Go.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when? So I said, all right, let's do this. So we did it. And the lineup was dope too, though. Outside of the Dungeon Family, it was Erykah Badu, Anderson .Paak, Busta. It was Ice Cube, and this was the year of Straight Outta Compton. Who else we had on that shit? We had Gary Clark Jr.
Y'all had the guitar guy coming through.
Bro, Gary killed it. K Trinata. It was just dope.
That is fire.
Yeah. It was just a crazy year.
Gary Clark
crazy
Jr.
year.
Dang.
The
He be killing it.
yeah, it was a great mix that year. We sold out every ticket that year.
Nice.
And then as they were rehearsing at Stankonia, I would say like 2-3 weeks before the festival, I came to the rehearsal. I'm watching. Actually, let me rewind a little bit. Orlando called me, and he's like, "We're down here rehearsing." He's like, "Dre's here." I said, "Shut the fuck up." He said, "Dre's down here, man." He's like asking about the playlist and what songs are going. He's just, we put him on thread because you can't ignore him. He's a part of the family. Yeah. So we just want him to know what's going on. And he's down here. He's looking at the playlist.
What was the feeling when he said that? Was it just like a chill go down your spine?
Man, before he hung up, he saw me walking through the door. Nigga! That was going on.
Teleported.
Oh, I teleported, man. Nigga, it was like fucking Star Trek. Nigga. Oh. I landed. I was up in there. I was like, "Yo, what's up?" Dapped up Dre. Dre was very approachable, but relaxed, standoffish. Don't ask him no questions. Just, "Yo, what's up, man? Good to see you."
I would ask him.
Don't look.
He's still there.
Take a picture,
That's right.
float away.
Nothing. Right? Just keep it cool. Keep it cool. And so the day of the festival comes, and everything's going smooth. Everything's fucking great. Everyone's doing a stellar A-class performance. And all the guys are there. They're doing media. No Dre, right? He's like, "We told you, Dre ain't gonna come." I mean, he's 50-50. He may pull up, he may not. We don't know, right? So anyway, Erykah was the headliner on our second stage, right?
Hey, mama.
So Erykah was performing. Everybody's out there. She's killing it.
I know you already
killing
killed
it. And then all of a sudden, in the middle of a show, she said, "I'm not gonna keep y'all at my stage too long because I just heard Dre got here. 3,000 got here," she said. And it was a mass exodus from her stage. I was like, "You don't want to say that." You know what I'm saying? Wow. And everybody say, 3,000. Everybody started walking towards the other stage. Right? I was like, then I caught wind. I was like, 3,000's here? And then I hit Orlando because it was a long fucking walk back to the other stage. I was like, "Dog, is Dre here?" He said, "Yo, Dre just pulled up. He's backstage with the boys." I said, "Oh."
He started hanging with the homies.
Man, I jumped in that little golf cart. Right.
Move, nigga, move.
That motherfucker going 7 miles an hour. People walking faster than that bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'm holding on to my hat for no reason.
Some water?
That's right. So finally get to the other stage and shit. Dre's there, dap him up again, like, "Oh, dog, good to see you." But they was like, "Don't spook the nigga. Like, he still may not. he's here, but he's not
Literally
here.
up to the vocal.
Right? Oh my God. So I said, you know what? Let me just walk away from backstage. I went and sat with my team, my crew. We watched it I was with my wife, and I said I wanted to watch the show and just take it in, right? Because I was like, I don't know when we'll see this again. Mm-hmm. And so we're standing there, and Outkast wasn't the first song in the Dungeon Family routine. Yeah. It's probably the third or fourth. And when the song dropped, Big Boy came on stage first, started doing his verse, and then Trey walked on stage.
What song?
Oh, what song was it?
Was it Simple Playalistic?
Nope.
No, it can't.
It was.
If Big Boy had a verse first,
was it from Equimini? Oh Lord, I'm blanking out. Nope. It wasn't.
Dre's first on Rosa Parks.
Oh, you're killing me. So
Dre's first on Rosa Parks. He's first on B.O.B.
Yeah.
So Big Boy did his verse first. Dre comes out, and everyone goes nuts. And Orlando's like, dog, he's smiling, yo, because honestly, like they all haven't been in the same space.
Yeah. What was it?
The art of storytelling. Don't worry about it. Keep going.
I don't know, dog. It was just it was literally out of body, right? Because
Dang, that had to be a moment.
dog, it was grown men crying. Like when you say Atlanta, like folks from Atlanta, they literally realize it's like, y'all don't understand. This is fucking historic right now, right? We haven't seen Outkast perform. They did the tour, the festival run, right? Mm-hmm. And then prior to them doing that, they didn't perform. But you also never saw the Dungeon Family like really all together as a collective, right? I mean, T.I. came out on stage and did his shit. So Dre did at least 4 or 5 songs. He was on stage for a while. So when you say the craziest, that probably not knowing that was going to happen at that moment until that moment, and then 7 years later saying, talking to the team was like, that was the last time they was on stage together.
Facts.
Dang.
They was like, I don't know if this will happen again, and that shit happened on the One Music Fest stage 2016, and I don't think it will ever happen again.
Cool.
So I know they're trying to tell the story, like they're trying to do a documentary.
The last time they were on stage was at the One Music Fest?
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So
both nights?
No, it was only one night then.
It was only one night? Okay,
yeah.
okay.
So that was the last time they were together. They performed.
Because their reunion
Was 14.
Damn.
that long ago?
At Centennial Park. That was 2014.
Yeah.
Because that was the year, and I'll put it out there, that was the year we partnered with Live Nation and to do One Music Fest at Lakewood. And so we was trying to think of the acts to get. And I was like, Outkast is getting back together to touring. We have to book that.
Yeah.
Live Nation, I shouldn't be putting them out there, but Live Nation, they were just like, I don't think it's going to sell.
Oh.
What?
For the
Atlanta?
money, for the money that they wanted, they was like, I don't know if that is worth it. I don't think it's worth it.
Okay, well that's a different thing.
So I'll put it like this. Well, so it sold 3 days. It was only supposed to be 1 day. It sold in like maybe 5 minutes. Sold out.
Wow.
Right? Went through 25,000 tickets in 5 to 10 minutes. Then I heard they called Outkast. They said, y'all want to do 2 days? They said, all right, put it up. We getting paid the same amount though. Yeah. All right. They put up a second day. That shit sold out in 10 minutes. They was like, motherfucker, y'all want to go for 3? And they was like, all right, well, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, fuck it. Put it up. Let's see if it sells out. They put up a third day. That shit sold out in 10 minutes. So they literally sold 75,000 tickets in 30 fucking minutes.
And they said it wouldn't sell.
Yo. So yeah, I mean, it was kicking themselves. But the saving grace was this. And to Live Nation's defense, if we did that Outkast reunion show, it wouldn't have been One Music Fest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It would have been overshadowed by being an Outkast reunion.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to have a Dungeon Family reunion 2 years later may be more historic than doing that reunion show in 14, right? So sometimes you have to take 2 steps back to take 20 steps forward. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm sure that's even crazier. I mean, you and your team producing the show, planning way ahead, and it's still a fucking surprise.
Still a surprise. That was a moment. That was a moment. And super, super humbled. Like, you know, Dre, the first time I met Dre, I was in Kroger's at 2:30 in the morning in fucking Stone Mountain or Staleville. Right? He walked up to me and said, "Man, you look familiar." I said, "Nigga, I look familiar." We're standing there by the checkout line talking for 5 minutes and shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? All right. Do I know you? I don't know. Southern playalistic, Cadillac, funky music. I'm sorry, yeah. I was doing the jingles and shit. You look familiar. Yeah. Right. So, but yeah, man, that was probably the biggest oh shit aha moment I think we had.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's a hell of a story.
Yeah, man.
So what's next on your plate?
What's the 22 lineup?
22 is coming, man. 22 is gonna be pretty heavy.
Yeah, because
It's gonna be heavy. So we when does this go live?
this week. When do you want it to go live?
I don't know.
Better question.
It can go live this week. I mean,
Today
you know,
Monday.
Ask the question, shut the fuck up.
ask the question. Be quiet.
Mommy was learning.
Throw it out. Do that grandma finger tap.
Hey, you only got to tell us one time.
So I mean, you know, next whatever. But we're moving location. We're not gonna be in Centennial Park, so we are moving location. Yeah. So we're gonna expand the footprint, make it bigger, and it's gonna be more stages this year. So this is gonna be the biggest footprint we ever had.
Nice.
Do you have the location already?
Yes, sir.
Share.
It's under wraps.
Is it secret?
It's a familiar area, but we're just expanding upon it.
Okay.
So we'll say that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Know where you've been before?
He said it's familiar.
It's a familiar
No,
location.
the fest.
It's a familiar location that we're going to expand upon, make it a little bit bigger.
Okay. Do you already have any artists lined up that you can share? They can share.
I do not.
Okay.
Well, we
Y'all
do.
kind of like to do the whole
Yeah.
this is it. Right. Fair.
So we are moving, and we will be in another city come next year.
Oh shit!
We'll be in 2 cities. There'll be
You're going to LA, ain't you?
no. Yeah, I mean you'll probably never guess,
Oh, okay.
but once you hear it, you'll be like, I get it. So it's it'll be a 2-day. It will be powered by one Musicfest, but it'll be a different brand name.
Okay.
And it will cater to the culture within that area.
Okay.
Sounds like Memphis.
It's
Anyway.
too close.
Too close?
But yeah. It'll
I don't know why I thought Memphis.
Virginia.
But
Is Memphis close?
but we're gonna let it out probably right after we release the lineup. We're gonna put it out there.
And is it gonna be in October?
Memorial Day.
Memorial Day.
Oh, that's gonna be a big weekend.
Memorial Day.
What are the ticket prices?
Probably about the same.
The same? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep. Memorial Day. So we'll have 2 locations. Yep. 2 locations, 2 days. One in May, one in October. That's the game plan.
May and October, huh?
Far enough apart to enjoy both.
that's what's all right.
October be your birthday.
Yeah.
And
We got to do a podcast.
You
site.
gave us
on site.
such a great story. Thank you so much for that. I
was
did want to
epic.
want to ask a couple other questions.
Yeah, man.
What is the Baptist collection?
So One Music Fest is the biggest thing that we do, but it's probably like 20% of what we do, right? One Venture Group is the agency. Yeah, so One Venture Group, John Collins is one of our clients, so we designed his merch. So the Baptist collection is the John Collins line of clothing.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's in Foot Locker. We got it in the stadium as well.
Did y'all get the shirt of him dunking on Embiid?
We did, yeah. We sure did.
was-
That was us. That was the fastest seller of the collection.
That's what I'm saying.
That shit was out of there.
I was like, nigga,
Yeah.
disrespect.
When
That's
he
right.
wore
I
the
love it.
shirt,
That was the fastest seller. Yeah, I think we sold a few thousand like the first couple of hours.
Oh,
That's
my
what's
God.
up.
Yeah, that was massive.
Oh, that was epic. That whole playoff run.
It was, man.
Nigga, historic.
It was. So that's the agency side. So we invested in a wine. We manage a lot of brands brands of individuals as well. So like John Collins is one of the clients. We got an HBCU app as well, HBCU Change, and that's the whole roundup system. So meaning like if you download the app and you go buy a coffee at Starbucks and it's $4.75, right? If that card is connected to the app, right, it rounds up that quarter to any HBCU of your choice.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we got a partnership with a couple of car dealerships as well. So when you're going for service in these car dealerships, you have an option to round up your service to the nearest dollar. So based off that relationship, I mean, we already this year we've cut checks for over $200,000 to HBCUs, man.
Nice.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
So
Needed.
Clark, Morris Brown, we gave a big check to. Jackson, we gave a check to. Some of the smaller colleges we're trying to focus on as well. So
Any podcast you sponsoring?
that could be something. Yeah,
mean-
absolutely.
It's a couple of black.
Yeah. Absolutely. Right. Ask the question. Push back.
Yes.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah.
I do want to say, I do want to talk about that you were recently immortalized with a mural by the legendary artist, occasional superstar, Fabian Williams.
That's the homie.
That's my
on
guy.
The podcast.
That's right.
At the corner of Ralph David Abernathy Boulevard and Inman Street, right?
I believe so. By Potato Factory and Slutty Vegan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does it feel to see the appreciation of your work and leadership converted into art?
That's a great question, man. I was over the moon, man. I mean, Fabian, Fabian and I have history. So, like when I first started doing it, like I think I met Fabian in '99, and I was a fan of his work and W's work. And so I was looking for like the best creatives around to do like our design shit. And Fabian and I laugh about this to this day, man. So
You can really make a TV script with the Atlanta icons. Like,
That you
they've
just-
been just like rolling around with around each other for years.
you think people just pop up? It's like, nah, dog, we've been doing this for like decades.
Yeah.
Him, Maya. Oh, them folks just
Who?
Maya Bailey.
Oh yeah, dog. Maya is a fucking G. Like like he's a serious OG as far as what he's done for artists and the artist community. That's he's that guy. But Fabian, man, like I was still coming from corporate, right? And he was like a creative, and so when I was introduced to him and we set up a meeting, I come to his crib and W's there and a couple other artists and creatives, and I'm about to give him all these ideas that I have, right? So, business mind, I give everybody an NDA, right? They're like, man, what the fuck is this? I was like, yeah, it's just a sign to make sure you don't talk to anybody. Like, what the fuck is the NDA? It's like, man, he ops, nigga, he ops. I was like, but y'all so super creative. I'll give y'all an idea and be like, nigga, that's my billboard.
Yeah.
Right.
But nah, Fabian and I laughed about that recently and shit. He said, "Duh, I remember that shit like yesterday." But for Fabian to be able to do that, it's a 360, man.
Yeah, it comes back.
It all comes back, man. So to be honored like that by Atlanta United and have Fabian do the artwork, man. I mean, it's it lets me know that I'm going in the right direction.
Oh, yeah.
And people recognize that it's truly for the culture and for the city. So nah, it's beyond an honor, man. Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, our guest array segment involved corruption in local politics tied to a specific mayor, a mayor that was defeated by someone you were very instrumental in campaigning for. What pushed, also homie of the podcast, what pushed you to get involved and help campaign for the current mayor of Atlanta, Andre Dickens?
That's my guy as well. So Andre been at Soul Fusion since damn near its conception.
Oh, word.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
You see a young Andre just...
Andre is rolling with us
When he
since
comes
day
back
one.
on the pod, we're gonna have to ask him about that.
Andre been rolling since day one. The Soul Fusion, he gonna be like, shit. Man, I sweat out my clothes, you know what I'm saying? Because one of Andre's best friends, I went to high school with, Larry Stewart, right? So Larry was an early adopter to the events when I started doing the events as well. So Andre would just grab his homies, right?
Yeah.
And just roll up in the parties. Like, you know, if Larry needed a guest list, Larry got a guest list. I mean, I was in humanities with you in 10th grade.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you need, dog. So that's how Andre and I got to know each other through Larry. And just Larry was just always that guy. Like I remember when he had the furniture shop. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we brought our first piece of furniture from Andre. Wow. You know, him and his wife had a furniture shop.
Yeah.
You know, and I think also being in Atlanta, when I moved to Atlanta, who the fuck? I think we caught the back end of Maynard. And then it was Andrew Young. Once we was moving towards making that move for the Olympics in '96, it was Andrew Young that was like that guy that was instrumental in making it happen. So I remember as a kid looking at what the mayor felt like, looked like, how they moved and shit. And I'm not throwing mud at anybody, but you know, like something was lost. Something was lost, right? And, you know, and you feel, everybody feels. Atlanta's kind of, I mean, depending upon what side of the table you're on. Like, you feel it moving too far to the left or too far to the right. But regardless, I just felt like, I felt like it was Andre's time. Like, we needed somebody like Andre. Andre, to me, has always been a connector. And this can just roll right into our shout out, too. If I'm doing a ATL salute. Like, he's a connector, man. You know, and when you look at the people that's around him and the people that he's comfortable at putting around the table to get all aspects of ideas, like, how do we all move forward and push forward collectively? You know what I'm saying? And with him, I just tell you, like, nothing with him felt like a money grab.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, or a stunt.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I'm saying? Or getting caught up on like a power trip, right? Like he truly is this Adamsville dude that's like, how the fuck do we make Atlanta better?
That's exactly
you know
how
what I'm saying?
felt too.
But
yeah.
I need to have this gay rabbi with me. I gotta have this guy in entertainment with me. I gotta have this billionaire tycoon with me. I gotta have these rappers with me, right? You know what I'm saying? How do I pull us all forward? How do we figure this out? And if you look at what he's done in his first couple of months of being in office, he's planting those seeds already. You know what I'm saying? Like he's getting the bullshit out of the way. You know what I'm saying? He's cleaning up a lot of mess. You know, I mean, he's gonna make some great allies and he's gonna upset a few folks.
Yeah.
But I think also Andre's that guy's like, you know, he may seem like a nice guy, but
He's about
I
his
think he's
business.
okay with making some folks upset if it's pushing us forward.
Yeah.
You know, in the right way. So, you know, once and I'm telling you,
We
during
talked about The Wire. I'm sure he's okay with upsetting.
Oh yeah.
wait, what?
When he was on the podcast, we talked about The Wire.
Yeah. And
He went in on The Wire.
He'd be like, calm down. You don't want people to think that you sell drugs.
What was this?
This was right at the beginning
his
of
campaign.
his
He
campaign.
won
It was in August.
right after.
Hey, he was in 6th place before he came on the pod, and after he
Yeah,
won.
so it was
Just
us.
saying.
He
So
won.
Us.
we did that.
We did.
Just saying.
we were a part of that.
We batting 1,000.
We were a part of the campaign.
We batting 1,000
Okay.
for folks running for office.
So Jay Connor, what's your wish right now? That's what I'm saying. Yeah, rub the genie.
Make
Yeah,
it
let's
so.
make it
It's in
happen.
there if you want. But go ahead.
I got y'all.
No, we just hosting a podcast live at the show. That's it.
Yeah.
We don't need to take.
Y'all want to do that
Yeah.
instead of experiencing the show?
Yes.
Really?
Because we're
I
actually
would definitely like to talk.
we're
about
actually going to host a live podcast at this small beer fest, little beer fest. It's literally called in Duluth, and that's going to be a different experience for us and them because it will be a a big live recording and you got music going on, you got folks walking by, and then we'll grab some, some vendors and brewers and just come down and have like a 5-10 minute
Off the
interview.
cuff
real quick.
interviews.
Next one. I feel like that would be dope for music.
Live or taped and recorded?
I mean, taped and recorded, but
Got it.
while stuff is going on live around us, instead
Camera
of,
people and
Yep, you got to definitely
mobile or stationary?
Stationary. Or
we might have to do. You got to
You need a rover. You need you
We can
gotta
move around.
because we can do the same thing we do at Dragon Con. We also cover Dragon Con too.
You gotta move around.
yeah.
So yeah, but I mean,
That's how you catch shit. You be like, what the fuck are they doing?
Yeah.
Roll up somebody, stick a camera in their face.
but that would be a dope thing. I mean, we are the Atlanta podcast, and I think
Let's do it.
that
done.
perspective is needed.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Say less.
Hell yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm talking about.
Hey man, let's do it.
All right.
Done
so-
deal. Yeah.
You learned a lot.
That's right.
Hour and a half.
Yeah, that's right. It's done. It's done.
There we go.
We got it.
All right. We're reaching the end of the episode. At the end of every episode, we like to highlight someone in the ATL or Metro ATL area that has been doing something great while representing in a big way, and we call it the ATL salute. And when we have a guest on, we hand that responsibility over to them. So, is there anyone you would like to give an ATL salute to?
I mean, there's a few. I think we already started with Dre.
You can do more than one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think Dre is phenomenal dude, stand up guy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, both Dre's. Yeah,
You saying Dre real casual.
That's
You
right.
talk about the Atlanta mayor.
that's right.
You like
Andre
Dre's
Dickens.
really.
Yeah, Andre Dickens. Appreciate you, brother. So yeah, and he put me on the transition team, which was it was a surprise. I told him, I said, hey man, whatever you need, I'm there for you, man. I don't care what it is. It's not beneath me. Like, look, I never had an idea of working for government in any way, but if you need me to do anything, I want to see you succeed. And then it was like, you on a transition team. I was like, God damn, okay.
Did I just
You gonna ask for shit?
What does that mean? What does that mean?
just get a job?
What does that mean? So I asked.
Being nice.
But really, it's youth and education, which is a passion point for me. So I love that I'm on that team and committee. So shout out to his team. Shout out to Andre, Fabian. Hey man, I think those guys just go overlooked. I think the creative currency of Atlanta is strong, and I pray to God that Atlanta doesn't get so saturated with out of town people.
Corporate.
Yes,
Like-
that it pushes the creatives out of the city. The people that make it so beautiful, funky, live, creative, and just and gives it its energy.
We'll take them in Clayco. Don't worry.
Yeah, we ain't going to Clayco, bro.
Come on, man. What's up, man?
Yeah, hey, we gonna
Jonesboro
stay right.
Road, what's
We
up?
staying right here in the city.
Nobody's ready for that yet.
Tar
Yeah,
Boulevard.
and no, and hey, no hate on Clayco, but yeah, man, like I don't want to see what happened to like Oakland and happened to Atlanta, man.
Oh yeah.
So the creatives, everybody from your Maya Baileys to your Fabians to Fahamu Peku, a bunch of those guys, man. Like the energy that they put into the city and the visibility of the creative community, how important it is. You know what I'm saying? I think the creative community generates like $650 million for the city of Atlanta, but it goes overlooked. You don't even think about it. Right? Any more shout outs, man? I mean, I want to give shout out.
Wife.
The wife. Everybody in there. First and foremost.
The real MVP.
The wife, entrepreneurs, you know what I'm saying? For all the black folks that are business owners that have big ideas, creating businesses. I mean, you're the heartbeat of the city, the bloodline,
And the ticket buyers.
the ticket buyers,
Shout
no
out.
doubt. Yep. So yeah, man. Shout out to y'all too, man.
Preach.
You guys got a great platform, man, and a lot of times when you have podcasts, the team is similar. You know what I'm saying? And all of you all have like different energies, vibes, and personality,
different.
different perspectives, but it works. Right.
Like Voltron.
Yeah, right. That's right. So shout out to y'all for the podcast, for the concept.
And the behind the scenes.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, sir.
Brandon Butler over at Butter.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shout out B.
Yeah, nah.
Frico, shout out.
Yep. So, but yeah, man.
Awesome. So,
Appreciate
and if any of our listeners want to find you, if they don't know you for some reason, if they want to find you on social media, how do they to track your growth and to follow you as you go on to do so many other things?
But you run into them at the checkout line at Kroger.
That's right. Checkout line at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right, that's what you do.
I'm start hanging out at Kroger.
Hey, man.
Kroger is where it's at.
78 Snellville, bro. That's what it was.
That's so wild.
So random.
Yeah. What you doing? I'm looking for Andre.
That's right.
Waiting for Dre. Waiting for Dre.
Andre out 3. Right. So, yeah, J Carterology is my IG. So just letter J Carterology. One Venture Group. That is our IG as well. And One Musicfest.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
I
for
appreciate
coming
you
to the
guys,
podcast
man.
and telling
No
your
doubt,
story.
man.
Thanks for coming through.
Yeah,
Thanks
man.
for coming,
It's awesome.
man.
Absolutely.
It's a big deal.
Absolutely.
That is it.
Peace. Deuces.